Good morning, Miracle Swingers. Today is day 2 of the British Open. And as exciting as it is, I'm sad to see that Tiger didn't make the cut. So if you look on the leaderboard, you'll notice 3 OTT swingers that I really like. Scotty Scheffler, #1 in the world. Viktor Hovland, who has one of my favorite golf swings. And Matthew Fitzpatrick. 3 guys that I've made videos about. 2 of them are major champions. Now today I'm going to talk about a 3rd major champion that I haven't really taken a close look at before, but I was looking at the leaderboard and I'm like, you know, I think that we may see some OTT in this man's swing, and it's Patrick Reed. This Masters winner is the subject of a lot of controversy. A lot of people say things about him that, you know, there's been some video questionable calls or play, and you know, I find it kind of wacky because I can't imagine trying to pull a stunt knowing that there's cameras everywhere. In other words, you can't get away with it. But I can't impugn Patrick Reed on his motives because I don't know what's inside his heart and his mind. I'm just looking at his golf swing today, and his golf swing is really, really good. So we're going to take a close look at the golf swing, and I wanted to mention that I went out at dusk last night to hit some golf balls, and the main thing that I was thinking about is a judo throw, Seo Inagi. You know, it's a shoulder throw, and the OTT move really makes me feel this way because I've battled with early extension my whole golfing career. But when you do a judo throw, you actually have to use your legs and your hips. You have to keep them deep. You squat and then you basically pull over as you stick your rear end out. And you can use this to, you know, flip a 200-pound man right over your shoulder. That's a lot of easy leverage and power. And that's what I'm trying to keep in my golf swing.
And I am going to step with my left foot back. At the same time, I'm going to throw in a little bit of my hip, bend my knees, and turn.
So guys, there's a little tidbit about how to throw somebody over your shoulder. Now, I want you to throw down with your golf club right over your shoulder with the over-the-top miracle swing. Just a few more days at the introductory price. Now, MSE TV is going to go up in price. Now, I really want to thank all of my subscribers to MSE TV. As this grows, it makes it possible for me to make better and better content. So as a community, we all learn and improve together. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you'll take advantage of this last few days of the introductory offer of first month free, $9.95 a month. And if you buy a year, it's only $8.33 a month. You'll have this forever, but after this weekend, it's never coming back. Now, guys, the next MSE Intensive is September 3rd and 4th here in Pasadena, California. It's going to be amazing. And also, you know, my dear America, who's one of the most sought-after yoga instructors in Los Angeles, we were talking about offering miracle weekends. So guys and gals can get together. Say it's 4 couples. I can work with the guys on the golf course and she can work with the ladies on yoga and cooking and all the things that she does amazingly well. So these are just some ideas that I'm kicking around, but come out to the MSE Intensive if you'd like to learn the over-the-top miracle swing in person. Now, we're going to start out Patrick Reed's video by listening to a lesson he has about connection, and there's one key difference. Everybody talks about the left arm. Well, he talks about the right arm. Ben Hogan talked about both arms, so let's dig in.
Here, I'm at the Greenbrier Classic, and you know, I have a very interesting drill that will not only help with your long game, but also your short game. Really, the only thing you need is a glove, you know, one that you're not wearing, and what I do is you throw it underneath your arm, and you get in the same setup you would not only on your long swing, but also on your chips as well. Main difference is, you know, when you're doing your chips, you kind of make sure your weight's forward, probably about 80% off your front foot, 20% off your back foot. Just because when you do that, so you can keep your weight left, so you can catch ball first before ground. Because the main thing that everyone needs is to make sure you have solid contact. as you're using the glove. I mean, the reason why I throw it underneath is because a lot of amateurs and also some players, what they'll do is they'll get too far outside. So now all of a sudden on your short shots, you're going outside and coming in, which will give you a glancy blow, very inconsistent shots. Therefore, with the glove, you feel like you pinch it up against your side. So now on your takeaway, when you come back, it's right back up the plane. Just like on your full swing, where it has to be, it needs to be straight up the plane, so then you're on plane, you're gonna make more consistent motion. And when you do that, it allows you to hit more consistent shots, just like that, where you have more solid contact, be able to control the spin as well as the distance.
All right, here we can see a couple key moves from Patrick Reed. He's got, again, that right arm connected. And the thing that I'm noticing is, notice that he keeps that left shoulder down in transition. We don't want to spin up with our shoulders. We want to keep that left shoulder down, especially with an iron. Very, very important. Okay, here we see Patrick Reed with the driver, and I want to just point out a couple key things here as well. So what I see very clearly is this little over-the-top move right here in transition. And really for me, it's about keeping the hands in front of the body, in front of the chest. So he does that very, very well. That's just so good. That is really, really good. He stays on top of the ball. So let's watch this transition one more time. One other thing that I find fascinating is you're going to see, watch the little cupping action as he goes through transition with his left wrist. You see that right there? It's almost like he increases the cup right through transition. Pretty wild. But he's getting ready. What I love is his throw. He's throwing that club down in front of his chest. And down and through across his body. That is just beautiful work right there. So there's something else I noticed from this front view that I'd like to point out that I'd never noticed before. Look at that. Do we get a little heel lift out of Patrick Reed? Masters winner Patrick Reed is there's so many things that I'm liking about this golf swing. Look at that. Left heel raise, cupped left wrist. I've never really taken a deep look at this swing before. Now we're going to see a JT style jump as he straightens out of that left leg. His foot scoots back like a long drive player. Really, really fascinating stuff. So here we have a great slow motion shot down the line. This is just what we need. And here we can see already there's a small OTT move, which it doesn't take much, but it's way different than going under, guys. I say that if you're circling your arms over, it feels a lot different than circling them under, regardless of if you're doing it in 2-foot circles or 6-inch circles. Good balance. I mean, Patrick Reed is a darn good golfer. So here's where I see it. Just making sure to keep the leverage on that club and fight to keep it in front of the body. Full release with his right hand. This is another thing that I do, is I don't try and hold it back, but as we look as he turns through, we're going to see that that toe is not flipped over wildly. Just hits down and through. Now, this next time around, let's add some miracle dots here, and we're going to see some pretty clear stuff. So he doesn't really open his lower body very much. That's why we don't see as much of an OTT move. His hips aren't going to really open. So the hands can't get as deep as I would like. But right here is where we start to see the important motion of keeping that club in front through the transition. I mean, it's really easy to let that thing fall behind. No doubt about it. But this is what I recommend you guys do. So let's watch this one more time. And here we go. Keeps the upper arms connected. If he let his lower body open more, he could even get more inside and over the top, which is the only thing that I would say to him if I was working with him. But my gosh, what can you say to a Masters winner? Great golf swing, Patrick Reed. Guys, make sure you get the over-the-top Miracle Swing and MSE TV before the special ends. I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. Do you think you picked up some yardage since we've been working on this stuff?
On the driver, at least 50 to 60 yards.
It's dynamite.
It's crazy.
I want you to swing over the top. You heard me. Now hear me out.
My swing is feeling effortless with power.
Don't try to rebuild your swing if you're over the top. Learn to use it to your advantage. What do you notice about it?
It's just easy. It's just easy. I don't have a whole bunch of thoughts, just one. Just come inside, hit down.
Dropping it under causes pushes and hooks, and it almost ruined my back. When I started my swing evolution, I was a terrible golfer. Today my channel has over 25 million views, and I even got to swing as Ben Hogan on the Golf Channel. Click the link below to experience your very own miracle. Transform your game at myswingevolution.com.